There's a warning this evening that safety on our railways could be at risk because experienced maintenance staff are leaving the industry following the introduction of controversial zero-hours contracts. One rail worker has told BBC Scotland he fears that lives could be put at risk. And tonight, the chairman of a House of Commons committee has said he's investigating. Our transport correspondent David Miller reports.
Safety checks are ordered across Britain's rail network after a high-speed train derailed in Cumbria.
February 2007, and an express train travelling from London to Glasgow is derailed at Greyrig in Cumbria. One woman dies and 28 people are seriously injured. The subsequent investigation concludes a track fault is to blame.
Maintaining our railways is a vast and complex task requiring a highly skilled workforce. But there's a warning tonight that the introduction of zero-hours contracts is forcing more and more skilled workers to turn their backs on the rail industry.
It's forcing people to move away from the industry because there's no guarantee of an income. You have a contract which makes you beholden to that company, but they're not obliged to pay you any money if there's no work available. That's no way to live. People are having to leave to get a steady income.
That's Gary Jones, a specialist welder on the railways, who refused to accept a zero-hours contract from a previous employer and took his case all the way to the Court of Session. He fears the loss of talent as experienced workers find better paid, more secure jobs elsewhere means safety in the railway industry is being put at risk.
Every job on the railway takes some experience to learn it. If those people turn their back on it, it's just trainees. And trainees don't want to be standing anywhere near those things. So the more people that leave, the more you get worried about who's actually maintaining it. It's a very dangerous environment for the employees on the railway and for the people that are on the trains. If I don't do my job right, that thing's coming off.
Network Rail insists our railways are among the safest and best maintained in Europe. But the chairman of the Scottish Affairs Select Committee, Ian Davidson, has said he's investigating claims that zero-hours contracts could affect safety.
One of the issues that we have been exploring is the whole question of the railway industry, where track maintenance is increasingly moving towards casualisation. Now, as far as we can see, that does mean that a lot of people are more walking away from the industry because of the issues of uncertainty. There's issues about health and safety, both on site, but also safety in general, because they're losing a skilled workforce. Now, all of those things give us considerable cause for concern.
In a statement, Network Rail told BBC Scotland, "We are very much aware of the concerns around zero-hours contracts. Over the past year, we've been undertaking a thorough review of our own contracting arrangements and how they influence behaviour throughout the supply chain. In 2014, Network Rail will implement a new approach to how it uses labour-only agencies, which will positively influence the way the wider industry contracts with its workers." Meanwhile, Gary Jones has said he'll continue to speak out against the use of zero-hours contracts in some sections of the rail industry. His solicitor, David Martin of Thompsons solicitors in Glasgow, says the case Gary won at the Court of Session has already provided some comfort to employees who find themselves in a similar position.
It sends a message to employers that they really need to think twice before moving their permanent staff onto zero-hours contracts. Employers are often seeking flexibility in the workforce, and that's understandable from the employer's point of view. What this judgment says is you cannot achieve that by moving your permanent staff onto zero-hours contracts without going through very, very clear consultation.
That's our transport correspondent, David Miller.